Hey, what's up? VweathersHR checking in for the next episode of Lady Sneaker Conversations. We are at episode 8 of Lady Sneaker Conversations. Coming back after being off the month of June. So excited to welcome my guests. I see they have popped in. Let me go ahead and send some invitations. All right. Hey, how
Hello.
are you? Oh my goodness, look at that collection behind you, ma'am. Yes. Hey, welcome,
Hey,
welcome. Y'all are prompt and I like it.
Always prompt. Always.
I try. I had to make sure to add the reminder on my phone so that way I would not forget. I'm like, okay, add that, add to my Google Calendar, add it to my Apple account, all of them. I need all of them.
Yes, all the reminders possible. I completely feel you.
Facts. I will forget.
Yes. All right. Well, first of all, I just want to thank all of you for your participation in this episode of Lady Sneakers Conversations. So excited to be back. We did not have an episode in the month of June, so we are back for July. The first thing I want to do is give you ladies a chance to do introductions. So, Kay, if you would like to get started, just tell us your name, where you're from, and what sneaker did you wear today?
So my name's Karen, and I'm hailing from Toronto, Ontario, in the Great White North. Although it's more like it's hotter than Hades lately. It's been so hot. And then the sneaker I wore today were my Sakai low blazers.
Awesome. Okay. Yeah. Dope kick. I think you're my first international guest, so welcome. Awesome. Tiffany, you want to go next?
Okay, my name is Tiffany. I'm from Jersey, and my page is jeopardykicks. And the sneaker I wore today was a classic sneaker. It's a white K-Swiss.
Okay. I definitely got to get some K-Swiss in the mix in my collection. The last couple times I've been to like sneaker stores, I've seen a couple pair where I was like, I need to get some of those classics into the collection. So
Actually, those that I found them in Nordstrom Rack for like $40, so I couldn't leave those in there. So.
Oh wow, $40! Like
That's
yeah,
good.
You can't beat that. Like,
For K-Swiss,
you cannot beat that.
Very good.
Definitely. All right, and last but certainly not least, Callie, would you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey everybody, I'm Callie, otherwise known as Rhemarkable here on Instagram. I am based in the Fort Worth, Texas area, but I'm originally from New York. And the shoes that I wore today, so I did a change. So these are my old beaters. I wore these Nike Dunk SBs from the Fallen Heroes pack. These are the Billy Benuis. I have rocked with them since college. They have not fallen apart. And earlier today, I wore the Air Max Up Tempos. Yeah, these are the Scottie Pippen shoes, sort of. But yeah, I wore the Air Max Up Tempos, the Chicagos. And yeah, so I did like a shoe change, like literally in the middle of the day. Milli Vanilli, yes! That's one of my favorite dunks.
Yeah.
Facts. Pink box,
the
black
Dunk
box,
Junkie. Yes, the Dunk Junkie has one of the best dunk collections I've ever seen in my life. Like he has so much heat. So
yeah.
If nobody else in this section appreciates those dunks, he will for sure.
Been appreciating dunks since like 2004. So yes, I love a very good pair of dunks. Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, so I'm V, of course. And today, I'm from Cleveland, but currently reside in North Carolina. Today, so I'm doing a week of undead stocking pairs that have just been sitting around in my collection that I need to break out, need to wear. So today, I pulled out some Vans, Tierra Whack,
nice
collab that she did with Vans for old school. Really like those, a lot of colorfulness. So had to break those out this week. I'm trying to also have some brand diversity as well. I can't just wear Jordans and Nike every day. So pull those out today. So cool. All right. So let's hop into a few questions. The first thing I want to ask, what is your latest pickup?
I can say my latest pickup. I'm still salty that I did not get the Jackie Robinson dunks. I'm so salty. I'm so salty, but
I got a story for that when you get done. Yeah.
Okay. I think we all got a story on the Jackie Robinson. Lord have mercy. But the last pickup I got was the ciders. So I did get the cider dunks, and it was an Atmos raffle. Great pickup. I really love the quality on them. So those are that's my last pickup, and I got those a couple of days ago. I think,
okay.
A couple of days ago, over the weekend, actually.
Okay, dope. So with the Jackie Robinson dunks, I think that was a tough L for a lot of people. Those were really sought after. The resale on those is crazy. I only saw one person in my feed would have got them. Like, usually when releases come, I see a few people. I saw one person would have got them. It was ridiculous.
Oh my!
But I was so annoyed because I had a meeting that started at 10, and this is my meeting that I'm like running the meeting, and I don't know. We started talking about something else. When somebody else was talking, I looked at my phone. I'm like, I got the notification, the reminder, like it's time, but it was 10:10. So when I clicked on it, the draw was closed.
Oh no!
I was supposed to enter for my husband and for my friend, and I didn't even get to enter for both of them. I was so mad. Like it just like ruined my whole day. I was like, oh my goodness. It's the worst when you miss a drop. I swear. Like
It is.
It is the absolute worst. Like, that's wild. I entered at like literally the crack of 9 a.m. and I still didn't get them. I saw like a couple of people on my Twitter timeline say if they had them or said, got them. Like, I saw a couple of people on my timeline that got them, but I know one person is like an adult man and he got the kid's shoe. And I'm like, bro,
just to resell them, just to resell them. Like, that's the thing that frustrates me. The other thing is, like, I'm glad that they did multiple stores, but I entered a lot of raffles and still didn't hit. So I guess it doesn't even matter.
I think it's the nature of dunks now. Like, it's so much harder for me to get dunks than it was like a couple of years ago, if not years ago. So I think that's just the nature of it. But especially with this being a limited release, I was like, the longer that I entered in raffles, got in the stuff, waited around for the sneakers release, the more I was expecting an L, honestly, because it was a softer release. Even though the rollout was really quiet on it, I was kind of shocked that the rollout wasn't really as, ramped up as it was. I was very shocked about that, especially considering it's Jackie Robinson. Like, Nike put a lot of money into the Jackie Robinson Foundation and doing a lot of partnerships and so forth. So I was expecting this to be like more hyped than what it was. You know what I mean?
Yeah. One thing that I found out that was pretty interesting was yesterday was actually his wife's birthday. She turned 100. She's still alive.
Wow.
So I thought that was interesting. I thought they could have hyped that up a little bit more too. But hey. Yeah. Did either of you all try to enter for the Jackie Robinsons and take an L like the rest of us?
No.
I entered a couple of raffles and took it out. There was actually one retailer in Montreal. I think he's in Montreal. And he had two raffles. One was in store and one was an IG raffle. The live raffle took place at a baseball field just down the street from his.
Oh, wow.
Here's the catch. No boxes. If you won the shoes, you got no box. People were mad about it.
Why? Are they stolen? Like, why would you not give up the box?
I think it's to force people to keep the shoe and not resell them. I think
they're still going to resell them. They just can't sell them on StockX. They're going to sell them somewhere else.
Oh, yeah. Like, if you entered on the IG and the Instagram raffle, you did get your box.
Wow, that's very interesting. I've not heard of that where retailers are keeping the box.
Yeah, me neither. I don't know why. I don't know why there was no box. There was no box if you were in person.
I think a lot of people that sell, they're trying to cut down on the reselling. So, if they're, on DS or, dead stock, that'll cut down the value of them reselling it. And then if you don't have the box, that's even cheaper. But like you said, that's gonna, not stop them from selling it. All they're gonna do is go home, wipe the sole off, refresh the inside, and then go to the reseller or eBay or wherever they're gonna sell them to.
Exactly. Or like do the penguin walk so they don't crash.
Yeah. Yeah, but I didn't go for them because I already knew, like, anything that's like really, really hyped, unless I really, really want it, I'm going to go for it. But what I've been finding is a lot of places that's in the area where I live at, when they get dunks, the resale value is not the same as a Jordan value. Like, there's a store close to me in Montclair, New Jersey. It's 908. I was able to get Panda Dunk High. I know that's another subject, but I was able to get those for like $150, and that's like really close to the retail price. So
yeah, I think retail is what, $125 on those?
Yeah, so I'm thinking those eventually, once they hit the resellers, they may not be as much, resale value as, they are once they come out. So if you really want I think you should like wait out a little bit when the hype is over and the price may drop and you may be able to get them.
Yeah, I find that to definitely be true. It's like wait out the hype, especially for me with basketball shoes. Yeah. So I have a large foot for a woman, it's a 10, but like for men, it's an 8.5. And for basketball shoes, like I can always find my shoe size below retail like a month or so after they come out. Like even like the LeBron, the Watch the Thrones, the Big Bangs, like I can always find that stuff. So I'll wait them out for sure. Cool. So do you prefer to go by Karen or Kay?
Karen is fine. Yeah.
Okay. So Karen, what was the most recent shoe you picked up?
Honestly, it was this afternoon. I went down to a retailer at 5 o'clock. It was an Air Max 1. I think it's called the Plum Fog. But they had it on their story. I slid into their DMs. I'm like, do you have a 6.5 in those, please? And they did. They invoiced me. I went after work to pick them up. And then to look at the details on this one Air Max, it's like the camera can't pick up all the little details. I can, but there's different, I don't know how to describe it. Like there's different patterns on different panels of the shoe. Hold on 1 second. Let me go grab them.
Yeah, I love those kind of details on shoes. Like when they do different prints, different materials. Like I love that kind of thing.
Yeah. So this is the shoe.
Oh yes,
those
I
are
saw
cute.
Those.
Right.
They only had like really small sizes when I was in the store. There's an Air Force One that's like similar to that came out too.
Right. And I don't know if you can see, but like there's like a swoosh on the green part, the teal, somewhere. I for some reason can't find it right now, but it was just like the color blocking the different, like the little details on all the different panels and like the
dots. Those are cute.
Like these, I've never seen anything like them, and I was just like, all right, I keep saying I'm gonna slow down, but
You say that.
I think we all say that.
I can't. Every time I say I'm gonna slow down, the shoes just like sneakers just come out of hiding, being like, oh, we heard that, we heard the call, so we need to come out.
It feels like the Usher meme, right? Like I'm not gonna get shoes anymore. Yeah.
Yeah.
No. Watch this.
Watch this. That's so true. I think we all guilty of that. Tiffany, what's the latest pickup for you?
Okay. This was kind of like on the low, but I see they on the Nike app now. I have the MX 95 Beetroot. Where I'm from, I'm originally from Jersey City. That for anybody that doesn't know, that's like literally 15 minutes outside of New York City. So, where I grew up at, like these are like the have to have sneakers. I mean, they're Jordans, but growing up, like you had to have these, and I got these from Undefeated, and they actually still have some pair, which is surprising. I don't know what they have on the Nike app. I see they just dropped maybe yesterday. So I had to have these.
Those.
Yeah, I didn't see those. I need to
Yeah,
take a
and
look.
that's what I'm saying. Like it was like really quiet because you know when when the neons came out, what was that last year, year before?
It was
A lot of
insane.
people were going crazy for those, but they just, kind of silently said we're dropping these, and you know what? I went and copped them. I actually picked these up yesterday from my sister's house.
Okay. Yeah, that's a dope cop right there. I need to take a look at the Nike app when we get off of here and see
But
what
you
I
can check undefeated too. They still we wear the same size, so I think they still have us 8.5 up there.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna check when we get off and see what's up. That's for sure.
Yeah, those definitely dropped. But I think like with the Jackie Robinson since it took over, and I had a notification.
Yeah.
My biggest thing was those. Like I really wanted to get those. So
yeah. A lot of disappointed people. Hopefully the resale goes down on those Jackie Robinsons. I definitely need to try to find those Air Max ones. I haven't seen them on the Nike site yet, but I've seen them in a couple retail spots, and they didn't have my size. So I'll be on the hunt. They'll make it into the collection at some point. My most recent cop was actually today. I was able to grab a pair of the Converse Como de Garçon collab, the CDG.
Oh, I like those.
The high top off-white pair. So I was excited about those. And then at the same time, my social status pennies came in the mail today. So I got those like a week ago, but they showed up in the mail today. So I was really excited to unbox those and take a look. Really nice detail on those in terms of like the box, and the paper is like notebook paper.
Oh, cool.
Come with 5 sets of laces. Like it was a nice release. I'm satisfied. I will definitely say that.
Which color did you go with?
I got the cream colorway. Part of the reason why is because I want the regular black and white pennies with the jeweled swoosh. Like I have to have that jewel swoosh. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna wait out because they've released those for grade school, but they haven't put them out for adults yet. And with this 8.5, I need an adult shoe, so I'm waiting those out.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So a couple topics I wanted to touch on. There's been a lot of hype here recently about the collab that Nike did with Louis Vuitton. I have been seeing pictures of those for a while now, and they dropped them yesterday. Now, that's another one where I didn't see a single soul in my feed talking about how they got those Louis V's. That's not my tax bracket. That's not really in my budget. So out of curiosity, did anybody try to cop, or do you know anybody that cop? Like
I saw a few people try to cop, and they did not win. They did not.
First of all, that's a vacation. Like I think, no.
Yeah. Those were, what was it, 2,000 something for the lows, 3,000 something for the mids. Like, not happening.
I didn't even bother going on the site to pick up. I was like, as soon as I saw the price tag, I was like, nah. No. That's
a hard pass for me.
Yeah, like I struggle quite a bit when the brands do these collabs with these luxury brands, like when Adidas did the Gucci collab and all those things. Like, who is that for? Like, it can't be for us regular folks.
It's not like, no.
And I feel like for the rich, like, do they care that Adidas collabed with Gucci? Like, they're gonna buy Gucci anyway. Like,
but you know what? They want them getting those gifted to them anyway. So who is really buying them?
That's the thing. It's like, who is buying them? I guess non-famous rich people. I guess I don't know. Like,
I know
there are people that are rich.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
Oh, my bad. Like there's people that aren't necessarily famous that do have that kind of disposable income to get those shoes. For me, on the other hand, I don't have that kind of money to get Louis Vuitton AF1s. Like, I just don't. Like, maybe down the line, if I make enough money, yeah, sure. But right now, no. Absolutely.
It's not even that. They're not making it. Like, some of the colors, I looked at it, they are appealing, but I'm not paying $850 for a gazelle. Like, I'm sorry.
Mhm.
I'm with you on that. Like if Gucci wasn't attached, every one of those shoes would have been $100 or under. Like there's no way that you're
And not even
convincing
that,
me to
Adidas
get it.
always sending a discount or whatever, so it'd have been like $70, $60. Like, no.
Adidas
That is so
ain't
true.
one.
So much Adidas stuff goes on sale. Like if it's not like a collab or Yeezy or something like that, they gonna put it right on the site. It's gonna be on sale. So you're right. Like adding that Gucci name to it isn't adding any value to me.
No, the collab for me, it's like where I stop is like Ivy Park with Adidas.
I agree.
And even with her, like that was another thing I wanted to actually the next topic I wanted to touch on is Beyonce is about to drop her next set or her next drop, if you will, the Ivytopia. Have you all seen any pieces in the collection at all? Or
I'm loving the jackets that are going to be coming out.
you know what? I was telling my husband because you know I love Beyonce. Like I'm not Beehive extreme, but I'm a Beyonce fan. Okay. But I'm not feeling her collab anymore. Like the Ivy Parks are losing me more and more each drop.
Has she overdone it perhaps? Like too many releases too close together, right? Where, I mean, like I said, I'm loving the jackets that are in this collection. I'm not into the whole like leotards and jumpsuits. I'm not into that. But the jackets that I've seen in that, at least in the ads, I'm like, ooh, yes, I need, right? But I mean, I agree. There are certain things where I'm like, I think she's done too much too soon with the drops and the releases, right? Because now I understand what you're saying, because the pieces are all seeming to be very similar in silhouette. And there's not enough diversity and there's not enough like changing it up for different, you know. I know she did that collab with Peloton. That was boring. I'm sorry, but that was boring.
I definitely passed on that drop. So I think for me, the drop off started with the Icy Park collection with the all white.
Yeah.
Before that, the first 3 drops,
Everybody was on those.
Yeah,
listen, she's trying to make up her money for Devion. You know, Devion ain't do too well, so she's like, I'm going to hit y'all with these Adidas collab and get all the money that I can from y'all, so I can make up for the loss to that. You know, but I feel like that collab in a way it was good because she was size inclusive. There was some good staple pieces, but like you said, it was too much too soon. And I think if she'd have spaced out the collabs a little more, like maybe 2 every year, or maybe, you know, like some like a little more spacing, maybe she would have gathered us. But what I'm also finding is that some of those pieces are not like classic pieces. It's kind of trendy. So if you know, if you want to go in the closet and get, you know, whatever, it's not going to be a timeless classic, unlike an Adidas tracksuit or like, you know, a pair of Superstar shell toes. So I think that's where we're getting lost at. I mean, it's good that she's doing that and bringing women designer into the sneaker and male dominated industry. But I think if it was just a little more spacing in between the drops, then she was continue to have, you know, people. But you know, like you said, you were part of the Beehive, so people in the Beehive, they don't care. They ready for this album. They ready for a tour. They ready for this Ivy whatever park. It could be Park Square, Ballroom. They don't care. They're gonna, you know, they're gonna get it.
Yeah. Right. I'm not one of those kind of people. I don't have to have everything. I've skipped multiple releases. And what I found interesting was here recently, for the first time, I've seen Ivy Park stuff in the Adidas outlet. It's the Icy Park stuff.
Yeah, I was at an Adidas outlet not that long ago, and there were quite a few pieces there. Granted, some of them, like the pulls in the bodysuit, was so bad. It was just because they're just jammed in the racks, right? So people don't really care, and they're just jammed in the racks. But yeah, it was almost like they had like one section totally dedicated to Ivy Park, which I appreciated, you know, because everything was discounted at that point. So I was like, see if I can find something on discount.
Yeah, it's been the same online too. I've been seeing a few more pieces, and especially the actual sneakers get sold for less under retail. Yeah, it's especially the Icy Park collection. Like now you can get them super cheap, like extremely cheap. And I remember they were not as like at the time. I was like, yeah, I think I want them, but I'm a pass, because honestly, I loved the rollout in terms of the video promotion that they had. I loved it. But at the same time, I was like, I'm with you. I'm like, okay, I like Beyonce a lot, but I'm not like a Beehive stan. I'm not going to be like, okay, I got to have every single thing from that's Beyonce. I'm not that person. Like, I love her music, but I'm not that person that's like, oh my God, Beyonce is everything. I need to have everything from her, all that. No, that's not me. But I didn't really see too much from Beyonce's collection, the new Beyonce's new drops. I haven't really seen anything too much yet because it hasn't really flown on my radar, to be honest with you. So, but I did see a few details and I was like, it's okay.
I haven't seen a lot of advertising for it either this go around. Like, I feel like there was more advertising for the Peloton.
Yeah, I agree.
One where she really lost me was that like the cowboy collection with all that denim and them chaps and all that. I was just like,
I have the
now wait a minute, ma'am.
I have the cowboy it's so cute. It's so cute.
I mean, there was some. I feel like every drop there's some cute stuff in there, but like it's just not me. Like it was just so
Yeah, no, and I totally understand. And you know, I mean, I had a point now. It's completely gone. But what I appreciate about her drops, it's like while it is Ivy Park, while it is a collab with Adidas, it's not screaming Adidas.
That's true. It is much more Ivy Park than it is Adidas.
It is very much Ivy Park, and unless you know that it's an Ivy Park item, you could potentially get away with cross-branding with it.
Now you know we're not cross-branded. Come on now.
I know we're not cross-branding, but it could lend itself to cross-branding because it's not like blatantly Adidas. It's not like I said, unless you know it's from Ivy Park, you could potentially get away with wearing something else with it. Can I just ask one question?
Yeah.
How do you feel about, you know, cross-branding within the brand, right? So, for example, you've got Reebok and Cardi B. You've got Adidas with Ivy Park, and you got Yeezy as well. How do we feel about, you know, combining Adidas with a Yeezy? Or how do we feel about Reebok and a Cardi B? How do we feel about doing these kinds of things?
So the way I look at it is the parent brand. So like I will wear Nike apparel with Jordan shoes, right? I will do that.
Yeah.
I will wear regular Adidas clothes with Ivy Parks and Yeezys. But even if the same company owns those brands, I still won't collab them. So I will not wear like how Nike owns Converse. I won't wear those two together.
Understood.
I won't wear Reebok with Adidas stuff, even though I don't think
they're together. No, they were together, yeah.
They were, but Shaq bought Reebok now, so
yeah. So when they were together, like
I wouldn't do the Adidas and Reebok.
Yeah, but I will do like a Yeezy and Adidas because it's still all Adidas. The same logo is on there.
Yeah,
I feel the same way.
I agree.
So my husband is in the comments. He said, I can wear a Nike shirt with some Jordans, but I can't wear a Jordan shirt with some regular Nike. He is very particular down to the socks. Like,
got it.
He will talk about me. Like, if I have on like some Nike socks and I go to like run to the store with my Adidas slides or something, he'll like, no, that's not okay.
You know, I can't do that either. Like, if I have like my Adidas leggings on, I don't even care if they my beat up shell toes. Like I just can't It's like when you're part of the sneaker community, it's just some cardinal rules you can't break, and that's like one of them. Even if it's the most beat up shoe of whatever brand, and you have that on, like I just wear. I can't. And then there's like I'm sighing people with like Adidas striped pants, and they got on Air Force Ones. You know.
I can't stand that. I'm sorry. Like, I'm not like a snob, but it's something about it where it don't sit right with me. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't have to be like head to toe in all Nike or anything like that, but like I'll wear like outside brand, some polo or whatever, you know, or some non-branded stuff. But that's a good question. All right, so along the lines with the Beyonce thing, I also wanted to hit on her counterpart, Miss Cardi B. I really try to support females with the sneakers, but I cannot do those Cardi B's. Like, I have tried. I bought a pair. I really bought a pair. I tried them on, and I wear a women's 10. I'm telling my feet looked humongous. I was like, "There's nothing." I sold them.
Well, you know she got. Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead.
You know she has some freestyles that came out, so maybe you might wanna. I love a freestyle. Like that's what really brought me into like sneakers, because that's all my mother could afford, and it was like growing up having those was like everything. So maybe you might want to dip into getting the freestyle ones. I don't know.
And so I have considered it. I've not seen them in my husband, humongous, really? Okay. Anyway, I haven't seen those in store yet, the freestyles yet. So I need to try them on. I think that is a thinner silhouette, so they won't look as big on my feet. So I may try those, but the colors for this last round, like they weren't really hitting for me. They were like real light, real pastel. Mm-hmm. Oh, the homie Jay Van just hopped in. I was just talking about your girl Cardi B, cause she loves them. She loves the Cardi B's, and I would always tell her like they looked so huge on my feet when I bought that one pair. Like, I don't know. And I don't dislike her. And I liked what they did with her clothing, because I felt like it wasn't too much. It was just a few pieces that complemented. They were kind of interchangeable, where you didn't have to have like that specific shoe to match with the other items. They stay like in the same color palette, if you will. But yeah, though the Reebok Classic, the way she did it, it's not fitting for me and my feet.
I feel like freestyle may be a better fit, because like you said, it is a thinner silhouette. Like, I remember having a pair of classics when I was in high school. They were all denim, and I know what you mean. They are big. They're wide. They were too wide for my feet, and I liked them. I really did, wore them out, but at the same time, I'm looking back on it and I'm like, okay, I see why a lot of people don't wear as much now, because they are such a big shoe. And I didn't really like the, like with Cardi B, like with the classics, I wasn't really a huge fan of those, but the freestyles made me look, and I was like, okay, I could see myself rocking these, especially in the pastel colors. I think they look nice.
Yeah. So I might have to try those next time I'm out of the sneaker store. If I see them, try them on and see how they fit, how they look. But I really want to support her, because I'm all about females in the sneaker community being able to get some shine and get some product out there. So we will see, but it's been an uphill battle so far.
Yeah, Cardi B, like, if anything, she's pretty keen on fashion and style. So that she has going for her for sure. So I definitely want to see if I can get a pair myself at some point in time. I'm not in a rush to get it, but I do like those pastel freestyles for sure.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the Reebok outlet, like every time I go to the outlet, they have pairs of Cardi B's in there. So that's another reason, like, I don't have to rush to get them. I can catch them on sale usually.
Yeah, Reebok outlets usually have some really good sales. If you go on a good day, like their inventory can be dope. Like
they're another company always sending some discount codes.
Yes.
Reebok, Adidas. Those three, they stay sending out codes, but I have no problem with that. I love it. So
I feel like all the brands send them out except for
Nike.
Jordan. And New Balance don't really hit me with codes either. I get a thing for Puma every week. I get something from Saucony every other week. Like, I don't know.
But with New Balance, I feel like their price range is really okay compared to all the other brands. Like Nike, you coming out your pocket with at least $125 for something, unless it's like a lesser brand shoe, like a Tailwind or something like that. I feel like New Balance, even like they've really exploded over the scene the past couple of years. Their price range is pretty reasonable compared to the other sneaker brands. Like, you know, the classic 547. They always $70-$80. Only like the collab is like you're gonna come out your pocket. Even with the 990, those are a little up, but I feel like the quality of that shoe matches the price range as opposed to like some of these dunks that come out, like my Panda Low dunks. Yeah, I'm on the Panda again. The quality of the shoe was like so poor. Like, I mean, I kept them because I was like, I don't know when I'm gonna get them again, but you see they keep me dropping them, but that's another story for another time. But I feel like the quality was so low on those for the price that they were offering. It's just like they were just like, here, take this, because I know you want it, you won't keep it anyway. So
Yeah.
I feel like New Balance is pretty much good with their pricing and product.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I will say, like, you're right. Some of those, like the 990s and 993s, all of that stuff is really high. Like, that stuff is high. If it say made in the USA, you already know it's gonna be really high. But the quality on the dunks has been trash for like a couple years now. And if it's even remotely good quality, then the price is gonna be higher. Like I got the Lisa Leslie dunks; those were $130. Now that was real solid, good leather, so it made sense, and I was satisfied with them. But yeah, it's been trash for a while now.
Yeah, it like Shorty depends on the dunk release. I actually agree with that too. Like I said earlier, like I've been into dunks for a minute. I still have a few pairs from I still have a couple of pairs that still look like, okay, they look passable. Like
they pretty good.
After like, especially SBs, if you wear them out, like if you take care of them, they'll be good. But I think the quality of the dunks nowadays has been disappointing to me as well, especially the Pandas. That was a release that I was excited about. And then I was like, wait a minute, why am I not hitting? And then when I finally saw them in person, I was like, you know what, I'm okay. Like, I'll just go. But
you know what? You got another chance because they coming out with another release tomorrow or Friday. They've done the most release sneaker this entire year, and you can't even walk down the street without catching somebody with a pair on.
Now,
yeah,
about the Pandas, like compared to other dunks, I will say, like, I'm glad that they're a little bit like availability wise, they're not as rare compared to other dunks.
Yes, Cameron wanted to say tomorrow on Nike. See?
Yeah, that being said,
I think this is like the 5th or 6th release they had of those already.
Something like that, yeah.
It's like 10 impossible at this rate. Who knows? But
this time they're doing like a full family. It's like the high top for the men's, the low top for the women's, and then they have like grade school
and the big top side. Yeah,
like they're doing the whole family this time. But you're right, they've released them a lot. But what I don't understand is, as many times as they've released them, the resale is still ridiculously high.
I don't,
and I'll never understand that. I'll never understand.
Yeah, I really do not understand. And yeah, that's a huge point. And that like dunks nowadays, it feels like ones where like they're coming out with so many releases that it's sometimes hard to keep up with them. And so, because there were several pairs that I definitely missed out on because I was like, okay, the pink primes, I really wanted those aluminum blues. The vintage black ones, I really wanted those 3 as well as a few others that dropped this year. But it just feels like, yeah, there's been a ton of dunk releases that feels like fatigue. It feels like fatigue. And I love dunks. Like, it's one of my favorite silhouettes ever. So
I feel like they're trying to make them replace the Jordans. Because remember, like, the past 2 years, they had a Jordan low and high that came out in, like, every single colorway.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's like, okay, we moving toward past the ones. Now we're going to dunk you to death.
yeah, and even one, like, one still looks like it has like no sign of slowing down at this point, because now they're just throwing together colorways that are like, okay, what's the meaning of this? Like,
But you know what's funny? Like you were saying, like, the quality isn't the same. Before I came back into sneakers, I was really into dunks. And you're from New York, so you know you go to VIM, tables and tables and
table,
tables
table.
of non-SB dunks. You could get dunks for 59, 69. So I used to go to Harlem and they had a big tables. I'll be like, okay, I want this color, I want this color. And those dunks that you're talking about are better quality from these dunks that they have coming out today. I feel like the material was better, the stitching was better, and they last a long time. Like, this one person I follow, he posted the Qatari dunks, you know, the one with the zebra,
Yep.
and he posted some denim dunks from 2006, and they look like, you know, somebody wore them, of course, but it looked like they really just came out yesterday.
Yeah.
As opposed to these, like the pandas, it was just like, here, take them.
And like earlier, there have been some dunk releases that have been like, okay, these are on point. Like the cider dunks, like those are the premium dunks. So I really like the way those were made. So those were fine. But there were some other dunks, like you said, like the pandas, and then there was another one. I was like, okay, this is poorly put together. Why? Like, why are you selling this to us? Like, especially if it's $130. But people are gonna buy them anyway because dunks are hype now. Dunks are the shoe. So of course people are not gonna slow down with buying them. They're still gonna keep getting them no matter what. And which kind of sucks, because I'm like, okay, look, I can tell you someone who, like, all of us who had dunks since like forever and a day ago, okay, this quality could have been so much better. Why? Because we've seen it.
Yeah, and a lot of people that have those old dunks, like my husband has dunks from the early 2000s and he can still wear them. Like, there's no way these dunks that are coming out this year are going to still be good in 20 years. You know, it's just not happening. So it's very unfortunate. Kay, do you have a lot of dunks, or?
I have a couple of dunks. I'm not a huge dunk fan. I have a pair of the high dunks. I like the color of them. I'm not a fan of how they look on my foot. I have a couple of low ones. The Disrupt is my favorite one out of them. Just because it's like it's a more
thicker sole.
It's a thicker sole. It looks like it's a bit of like it has a sturdier like upper sole like shoe to them. But yeah, I'm not a huge dunk fan. I have a couple pairs, but not it's not quite my silhouette.
Yeah, for me it's about comfort. Dunks are not very comfortable, so
No,
I have some, but not a lot. And even like the SBs, I know those are better quality and a little more comfortable, but SBs have always been more difficult to obtain than regular dunks anyway. And I'm really not for anything that causes me strife, so I've passed on a lot of SB dunks because of that. So
yeah, there were certain SBs that were very easy to get. Like those Milli Vanillis were just sitting in a skate shop when I was in college, and I picked them up for like $80. There were certain ones that you could just get, and it was no problem. And then, of course, like especially like your pigeons, your uncles, those were usually harder to find. But at the same time, like SBs used to be more attainable, even though they were a little bit more limited in terms of stock. Nowadays, it's like you have to pray to get an SB dunk. You
could go to the skate. You could go to the skate shop and get the dunks. Like nobody was going to the skate shops to get the dunks. Only like people that were into skating knew about that.
And I used to go to skate shops all the time for SBs, and especially SB dunks. Like that wasn't a problem. But even then, like now, sometimes it's really hard to go into skate shops to get dunks, especially where I am now. It's hard. So it depends on the shoe, especially. So
a lot of them are doing like online raffles now too.
Yeah.
Which also makes it tougher because now you're competing with the whole country trying to enter
The whole
for
world.
the same raffle as opposed to like your little local area there. So it definitely has changed the game for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So one other topic I wanted to touch on is, I don't know if you all have seen, Ama Manier is supposed to be releasing 3 more pairs of Jordans this year. So there are 2 women's 12s, allegedly, and a men's Jordan 4. Have any of you seen images of these shoes?
Yeah.
I have. Yeah.
I'm not a fan of
the
like
ashy.
Yeah, like
butter. Like
so I saw someone did like a rendering or a mock-up of the 4, and it used the colors that were on the 3 as opposed to like that maroon that's on the 1 and 2. And I liked it. Like if they come out with them and they look like that, I'm definitely for them. If they're the maroon colors, then I'm not really interested in those.
I don't even have any. I don't have any of them because it was. I'm not gonna lie. I was kind of scared to enter. Well, because it was so hyped on all of the releases. The ones, the 3s. What was the first one that came out?
The 3 was first,
3.
and then they did
Then
the 1.
ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and then the 2s just came out. So I really don't have a pair, and if I don't know if I'm even going to get a pair because the resale price of those is a little steep for me. I mean, unless they offer Klarna, then maybe. But
well, I just saw the 2s, like, because I entered for the 2s. I didn't bother with the 3s and 1s. I was like, forget it. 2s maybe, because I thought, okay, nobody really rocks 2s like that, so no big deal. Nah, that
no. 2s are coming in now. Like they're pushing the 2s on us.
Oh yeah. And I actually like 2s, but it's certain ones that I know I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna get them. And others, I'm like, okay, I can see myself rocking those. But yeah, the 2s, forget it. That was awful. So I was like, But as for the 12s, I wasn't a fan of the 12s, and I actually happen to love 12s. But I was not a fan of the materials used in that picture. Maybe if I see it in person, it's different. But the materials, like, I was not a fan of them.
Maybe it was the picture because I see what you're saying. It did look a little lackluster, for better words.
Like, the colors, I feel like I'm not really a huge fan of that color scheme because I don't feel like it complements too well. Like maybe, again, maybe if I see it in person, it'll be different. But I feel like colors like with black and burgundy, like dark burgundy, they don't complement each other that well.
No.
Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, if they have white and burgundy, then I would look into it. But if it's like black and no, I'm good on those.
I have a pair of the 3, and they are stunning. They're beautiful. I have not yet worn them. A part of me is like, I don't want to wear them because I don't want to get them dirty. I'm so torn about, do I wear them? Do I not wear them? Do I just save them for a special occasion? Whatever that
Girl,
may be.
you better wear those sneakers. Wear those sneakers. That's what you bought for. Wear them.
Yeah,
Wear
I know.
Because you keep them in the box, the more they're gonna disintegrate. Like they know snapping and everything. Like
yeah. Not in a box. Like they are out on a shelf. Okay. Not in a box at least. But I know I need to wear them. But I am like the 4s, the ones I saw. I was, I would have liked to have gotten a pair of the ones. Did not happen. That's fine. Feel that way about a lot of the ones that I've missed out on. Where I'm like. So happy for everybody else. Yay. The 4s, I don't know how I feel about the 4s, like the AMM 4s, like how you're saying, like maybe in person. Like my friend Craig is on here like commenting as well, and he's just like, all the AMMs in person are way better than the renderings and the pictures that you see online. And I feel like that's so true in this case, but also in like a lot of other cases with sneakers, right? So it's like, I don't know. The 12s I want to see in person. I don't think I'll ever get to see them in person before they get released, you know, unless I make a trip to Atlanta and go to Ama Meniere and maybe they have them on display somewhere. But, you know, it's sad that, you know, we have to wait to see them in person to actually determine if it's actually worth it.
Worth it, yeah.
And that's the sad reality. Like, and it's been like that for a while. Like, all these releases, you have to just buy them, hope you hit, hope you like them, and if you don't, you know, hope the store has a decent return policy. Because I don't remember the last time I was really able to like shop in a store, look at the shoe, try it on, make a determination on if I wanted to buy it before I actually spent my money. So yeah. But I'm in agreement with y'all. Like, those 12s are very lackluster. I like 12s. I have multiple pairs of 12s, but I don't know why they would pick that silhouette and make it a women's release at that. So I don't know. I'm gonna have to see. Because my friend Danny in the comments, she said we didn't ask for that, and the audacity to make it a women's exclusive. I'm in agreement with her. Like, they looked super boring. And the color combination just was not hitting for me.
Yeah. Someone said in the comments that 12s are the most popular, and I do feel like that was probably the reason. I would have expected 11s, honestly, or at least like go with the earlier ones, like the 5s. Even the
maybe
7s.
They should have did some 8s.
The 7s would have been perfect.
Oh, the 7s, yeah.
Milestone
7s or 8s.
Yeah.
They throw a little patent leather on the 8s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I feel
on the burgundy with the cream, I feel would have did good with the 8s. Even the 7 would have been good.
Yeah.
Or some. No, not patent. I'm sorry, I said the 8. The 9s. It should have some 9s.
Oh yeah.
So the homie, Mr. Kingsley Closet said they better not touch the 11s, and I'm kind of with him on that. Like,
yeah. I agree. Like, I just thought they would probably have that because they are popular. They are a popular silhouette. So I was like, okay, maybe an 11, maybe a 5 or something like that. That's why I thought of the 11. But as for my personal opinion on whether or not they should do 11, no. No.
The 19s would have been dope. Okay.
The materials that they use on an 11, I feel like would not work at all. So
no,
we good on that. Like, we're good.
Or maybe they should go further down, like do what is that, the 35s or something like that.
Yeah.
I would be.
I mean, they're about to drop the 37. The 36 is what's currently out there. About to drop the 37. So let them work on the 37 and see what happens.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I haven't liked any of those that I've seen yet as well for the 37.
So I'm tired of them.
I'm annoyed because they put out a lot of PEs in the 36 where I've seen pictures, but I can't purchase them. So that's been super annoying this year. But like Melody Asani did a collab.
I like those. I like those. Yes.
And there were a few other ones. I was like, why won't they put these out? It was like 4 or 5 different pairs, and they're not coming out. They were like friends and family exclusive for whoever designed them. So, oh well, I need to get different friends and family, I guess. All right. So just moving on to the next question. What do you all find to be the most difficult part of collecting for you?
Space.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah.
Space
and boxes.
Yeah.
The boxes too. I'm partial. I'm a box and a container type person. And that's only because some of my shoes, like I have a cat, so my cat done messed up some of my boxes. But I'm a box person. I really, because I never know what I might go through and I might have to get rid of them. So that's my attitude, but it's definitely space. Like if I show you my room right now, like they're almost to the ceiling. I feel like I live in a stock room. Like my bedroom is the stock room.
Yeah, see, I'm a co-sign and say space as well. The problem that I have is that my husband also collects. He has more than double the amount of shoes I have. So space is very...
I got you.
Space
These
is
comments are
limited.
crazy.
Yeah, Keisha said your cat would have got evicted. That's funny.
We moved recently, and I definitely had several boxes of just sneakers, whether it was in a box, not in a box. I even put sneakers in a suitcase. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it was bad. Like when we moved from Cleveland to North Carolina, thank goodness we had movers, because there is no way I'd have been able to do that. But because we had so much stuff, they had to move our stuff in an 18-wheeler.
Wow.
It was bad because like we moved our whole house, you know, so it was a lot, but it was a lot of sneakers. And when the guys came to move, they that were packing us up, they said the only person they've ever seen with more sneakers was Odell Beckham, because they helped him move when he came to Cleveland. They was like, this is almost like his, like this is crazy. I was just like, look, I don't have nothing to do with that. Just pack it up. Let's go.
No judging here. There's no judgment. I'm not paying you to judge. I'm just paying you to help pack up.
Oh man. So somebody said, can we talk about Remarkable getting a new shoe every week? Is this true? Do you
No,
a weekly shopper?
True. That is my husband, by the way. Don't pay attention to that. I love you. And that's not true. Not true.
Oh man. It feels like every day, but it's not every day. Like, come on.
Yeah, space yourself out. I think that's the biggest thing for me, is making sure that not just space, but also making sure that I'm spacing my purchases out, because nobody has to be that person that has all the shoes in the world but can't pay their bills. No. I try not to be that.
I agree with that.
Not doing
And
it.
see, and that's where the Klarna comes in from.
Yeah, make a payment arrangement. The thing that I was just talking to my friend about this the other day, and I was telling him, like, I'm lucky that I don't have like another bad habit, right? Like I don't collect purses, or I'm not really into like luxury cars, or you know, I'm like, I would be homeless if I was doing like sneakers and something else. There's no way I would be able to maintain. So
Yeah,
the sneakers is like, that's my little lane for right now. And I also was saying that if my work situation changes where I have to be in a corporate space and I can't wear my sneakers every day, I'm probably gonna have to slow down then too, because I'll lose like some of that momentum.
No, I don't believe that. Like, I work corporate and I push that envelope and I wear my sneakers to the office. And actually, I've now become very well known within my office as the girl with the sneaker collection. People are coming to me, asking me for advice. What's coming out? Where do you cop? How do you go about doing it?
I love it.
I'm like, it's fine. It's totally fine. Because I look around the office and I look at feet. I look at feet before I look at anything else. And I'm just like, oh, man, you need help, my friend. You need a lot of help. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's too funny. Yeah, when I was still like going to work, you know, dress down Fridays, I would have different sneakers every Friday, and people like really would notice. Yeah. And be like, how many pairs do you have? Mind your business. Don't worry about
No,
it.
that's what I tell them. Enough.
Exactly. But I was definitely the sneaker lady. I work in human resources, so I was the HR lady with the sneakers. That's what my name was.
Well, my profession, I'm an investigator for Child Protective Services. So I'm in what they call a field a lot. So thankfully, I can wear my sneakers, and I make sure I wear every pair. You know, I try to be business casual, but I'm going to wear my sneakers. It doesn't matter. I even wore sneakers to court, and you know that's court, and you're really supposed to do that. But like she said, I push the envelope. I find comfort over anything. Like, I have shoes. But it's just my sneakers are my preference.
Yeah. Well, and I feel like if you are business on the top, then you can have a part
and relaxing on the bottom. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's a good way to think about it. That's definitely a good way to think about it. I don't know. I don't know that I'll ever go back to like a corporate space and not wear sneakers. I don't know. We'll have to see. I do still have all of my like dress shoes. Why, I don't know. I never wear them. But I have like all these dress shoes and stuff. I probably should get rid of them and I'll have more space for sneakers.
There you go.
There you
That's
go.
all the problem.
You might need some of them. You might need some, so don't get rid of all of them.
No.
You might need a couple of pairs.
Exactly. Like,
Just a
keep
couple.
a black pair of heels, keep a nude pair of heels, keep
A black flat, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I took a break from sneakers, I got into heels, and I was like, no way, I'm
Mm.
back to sneakers. No.